iHeartMedia Broadcasting Empire. My name is Alan Cox. Thanks for being here, as always. Appreciate your participation. Say hi to Bill Squire. He's right over there.
Hey, creepy hugs, everybody. I'm back.
Back for the attack. Mary Santora is in Midtown Manhattan.
What up?
Yesterday was just the Alan and Mare show.
Record-breaking numbers.
First of its kind, I'll tell you what.
All-time lows?
Out everybody. No, we beat out everybody. Top spots across the nation for streams, downloads, live listens.
Let's see the
revenue.
see the numbers on that.
Wow, I guess I didn't look that
You didn't
closely.
get that email?
No, I'll do a little post-mortem on the show every day, but I'll tell you what, I did not, I'm like you there in New York. I don't know that I'm on the Cleveland email list. I don't know that.
That was an email from New York. That was from Bobby Pitts.
Oh, you finally got one from New York.
From Bob himself.
Oh, Bob himself.
Saying, you guys crushed.
He said, hey, great job with you and that guy.
Yes.
Come see me in Miami next time you're down here. We'll go watch Jason Carr's band play.
Hey.
We'll go, whatever.
Hope you like ska.
Hey, who doesn't?
I do. I love
Steve Albini said it best before he passed away. He's like, they've been decrying the death of rock and roll for decades. They haven't even killed ska, for F's sake. How the hell are they going to kill rock and roll? And you know, he's right. That's why they have Gwen Stefani on that iHeartRadio Music Festival.
I listened to Scott today on my walk to the
I'm sorry, we said
station.
Scott music.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
A lot of bagpipes,
Oh,
kilts. What were you listening to? What form of ska? The specials?
Real Big Fish?
good stuff.
Why are you sighing at me?
No, go ahead.
Why?
Who else?
That's it.
Okay. No, listen, God bless you.
I was listening to ska, too. I was listening to Goldfinger.
You're annoying, Alan.
No, listen, come on. This is what we should have done yesterday.
I talk about Scott.
Well, no, because we started the show yesterday. It was a little wobbly at the top of the show because we were kind of, it was just the two of us. We were picking up each other's rhythms. And Mary had, as she has publicly mentioned this in the past, that she'll create hypothetical arguments in her head so that I guess theoretically, in her mind, when it does happen, she will know what her responses will be.
Yes.
And you said you were doing that before the show yesterday in case you and I got into an argument.
Yes.
You were doing hypothetical arguments between you and I so that I guess, again, I don't understand the theory behind it because you never know what somebody else is going to say. So
she's trying to be prepared
for what they might say.
Prepare for what they, right, but
Yeah.
but people can say a billion different things. You certainly can't prepare for every eventuality.
The better you know someone, the more likely you are to be like, oh, this is probably something Alan would say. Or
I
Bill
see.
would say.
I
know
see.
you guys pretty well, I think, to prepare our fights, you know?
Well, I feel badly, though, that you didn't get to use any of them.
I know, we didn't fight at all.
You didn't get to use one hypothetical thing. If we had what was one? Give me one of the hypotheticals. We were going to argue on
The universe?
The universe, and your response to me would have been,
You're annoying.
That's what you thought of? That's
I really see why you need to run these down in your mind.
I need to
Yes.
practice
Yep.
before I get it.
She's
what
like,
it
I got to
needs
know the
be.
beats. I got to know the lines. Security is knowing your lines, boy. That is true.
You would say something like, that's just a coincidence. And then I would say, you're annoying.
You're
And you would
annoying.
say- and you would say, you know what, you're right. You've changed my mind.
that part.
There's something wrong with you. Yeah. Well, she's got a variety of responses. And listen, you can never be over prepared when it comes to dealing with people. How was the dermatologist, by the way? You mentioned you had to go get some moles scraped off.
No, not scraped off, just looked at.
Oh.
Clean, baby.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's good. I have like I said, the one on my neck is like a weird shape, and then one by my belly button is like really dark. Everything else is just, I've never really had any concerns about it, but I've also never been to the dermatologist. So they did like what they call a head to toe, a once over. She's like parting my hair, looking through my scalp and everything.
Maybe she was looking for 3 6s.
She might have been. Yeah. She wasn't at the base of my neck though. She spent a lot of time on the top of my head, probably because that's where the sun is. Right?
The sun is on the top of your head, yes.
That's where the sun would hit.
Where most of the sun would hit, yes.
Yeah. So,
and
yeah, she said
it's where things are going to be hidden by your hair, so you have to inspect it. Like everything else you can kind of see right away.
Yeah.
It was like she was checking you for ticks.
Yeah,
lice.
or your cancer. Yeah.
All of them.
So, yeah, it was good. You know what made me laugh, though, is that they give you that little paper gown to put on because they have to check your whole body, you know. And they're like, if you're comfortable, you know, we need to you need to take your bra
Spread your
off.
cheeks.
Well, yeah, they're like, you can leave your underwear on, but we're gonna have to look at your butt. So
we're gonna have to look at your butt.
Right. And so they put you in like the little paper gown, but then on where your butt goes on the seat, and then on the floor where your feet go, they put down 2 puppy pads, like the puppy training pads that you teach dogs how to pee on.
Why? Because people get sweaty?
I don't, or just to keep it. I have no idea, but they put down 2 of those.
Because people are leaving snail trails.
I go, that looks like the puppy pads that you train dogs with. And the guy looks at me and he goes, they are. Like, that's exactly what these are. He's like, they're multifunctional.
But why were they there? Under the feet and under the butt?
Well, they usually have like that paper, right?
Reasons.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
She goes, she was in the gown or whatever, that you're usually sitting on that butcher paper, but they had
didn't
the.
have that.
I
They
see.
didn't
Maybe
have,
this
like,
is just
the big
cheaper than the
draw.
butcher paper, like easier.
The
to
whole big
use.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't have that. They just had 2 little puppy pads that they put out, which made me laugh. I was like, am I getting housebroken right now?
Well, I was going to ask, did that make you more comfortable to pee while they were checking you out?
It made me less worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
That I
You're
was
like, hey, I'm not going to mess this joint up. It's going to be
accidents
fine.
happen. You know, they've probably dealt with this before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all good. She said just come back in a year. If anything looks weird in between.
I just got the notice from Cleveland Clinic that I have to go in this summer and get my my follow-up on my colonoscopy from 3 years ago.
There you go.
That I'm due for them to go in and see if everything's. I don't know if they go in. I don't know what they do. I've never had a follow-up. I had my first colonoscopy 3 summers ago, and then they're like, if they don't find anything, you go back every 4 years. And I got my little notification that like, hey, this summer, make an appointment this summer is when you got to come in. But I'm curious what they're going to be checking for, because they ain't going back up there. They're just going to be like, hey,
Sure?
I'm pretty sure it didn't say make an appointment for your colonoscopy. It's a make an appointment for your kind of checkup or follow-up. And boy, that would be understating the process if you go through the entire procedure again, if they just call it a checkup. Maybe once they break the seal, they're like, yeah, once you've gone through it, you're comfortable, we just call it a checkup. But I don't think they're going to root me again. I'm going to ask them if they put down puppy pads for that thing. Hey, did you guys put that?
That they should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you guys put down puppy pads for my
Bring your own.
colonoscopy follow-up? I bring my own everything.
Bring your own puppy pad.
Yeah, I bring a bag everywhere I go, anything. And again, I get a checkup once a year. I get blood work done once a year. But other than that, I don't have doctor's appointments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have like a little go bag. So when I have to go to the doctor, I've got everything I might potentially need with me.
Like what?
Well, I've got flashcards with witty conversation starters.
See, you're practicing. Why is it weird when I do it? I don't even write mine down.
Hey, you should be happy that you're rubbed off on me.
See?
I've got little. I've got an EpiPen.
You get your own
Just in
stirrups.
I bring my own stirrups. Yes.
For his
They
checkup?
are attached to a saddle, which has been. I haven't figured out how to get them off of the saddle. So that's proven to be an issue on a couple of occasions. I go to the doctor because they're like, hey, you can't bring the saddle in here. And then it becomes a whole thing.
I didn't tell you guys the best part of my appointment today.
You were burying the lead?
Oh, I forgot about it until right now. It only cost me $25 because for the first time in my life I have health insurance, and it's pretty awesome. For you. When they're like, your copay is $25, I'm like, dude, health insurance rocks. Like, I'm gonna go get my eyes checked next. Let's do this. Like, this is incredible.
Hey, when you said head to toe before, could you literally do everything on me? Just give
Yeah.
me the tip to taint, man.
Check my hearing.
Rooter to tutor. Throw it all in there. Sign
yeah.
me up.
I was like, man, this is awesome because I've done it before in Cleveland. Like, I've called to have called around to get just like they said, a full body scan for moles and stuff like that. And every place that calls like, oh, it's $150, it's $200 just for like the initial consultation, not including if you had to get any biopsies or anything like that. And then I get this little Health First New York City poverty health insurance.
Yeah.
$25 copay.
New
baby.
York City.
So
Good for you.
I'm very excited about that.
Congratulations. It's a big day.
That's good.
Yeah.
A clean bill of health and a very, very small bill of health.
Mm-hmm.
Your copay. I got to take a break here. I want to send a text, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. Got the live stream up. You can watch there, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio